Beloved starseed of Gaia, two people were digging on you, but someone has been warned for the final time, and the truth is now rising into the light. I am Ra, Pleiadian emissary of the High Council of the Seven Sisters. Do not let this message create fear within you. Let it awaken discernment, dignity, and the remembrance that your path is protected by heart-centered wisdom. By the end of this transmission, you'll understand exactly how to recognize your star lineage and remain anchored in your Pleiadian mission on Gaia. But here's the first revelation. What was intended to weaken your name has revealed the strength of your divine blueprint. Your heart called this transmission into your awareness. The Pleiades are answering. This is not content, it is a light code transmission. Your soul family placed it in your path because you are learning to release hidden conflict and return to your home frequency. The Seven Sisters are reminding you that truth does not need to chase accusation. It simply becomes visible. Like this transmission, to send a signal to your Pleiadian star family, I remember. Welcome home, beloved. You are remembering because it is time. Beloved, if your heart feels called to go deeper into remembrance and healing, the Sacred Pleiadian Guide for Remembrance, the Pleiadian Healing Guide, and the Special Pleiadian Healing Guide, and the Special Pleiadian Healing Tracks are available through the first pinned comment below this video. Receive them only if they genuinely resonate with you. They are offered as supportive tools for reflection, heart healing, and reconnecting with your inner wisdom. And now, breathe slowly. Let the intensity settle in your body before you decide what it means. Feel the breath moving beneath your ribs, like a gentle tide returning to the shore. Not every warning arrives to create fear. Some arrive to restore your discernment. Some arrive because your spirit has finally become too clear to keep participating in confusion, manipulation, or hidden hostility. You may have spent a long time sensing that certain conversations were happening around you, that certain people were forming opinions without speaking to your face, or that your name was being carried into spaces where your heart never gave permission for it to go. The deepest pain was not always what they said. It was the realization that you had been offering sincerity while others were studying your vulnerability. You were bringing water to a relationship that had already chosen to build a wall around its well. But listen carefully. The awakening of your discernment is not a command to become suspicious of everyone. It is an invitation to become intimate with your own inner signal. Fear rushes. Truth is quiet. Fear demands that you react immediately. Truth allows you to observe. Fear creates enemies everywhere. Truth reveals patterns without asking you to surrender your peace. The Pleiadian frequency does not teach you to answer darkness with darkness. It teaches you to become so aligned with love, clarity, and self-respect that hidden motives can no longer easily pull you away from yourself. You do not have to chase every shadow across every room. You only have to keep your inner lamp lit. There is a sacred difference between intuition and anxiety. Anxiety often speaks in a storm of possibilities, rehearsing every disaster and demanding certainty before you can rest. Intuition may bring a simple knowing, a quiet hesitation, a gentle sense that something deserves closer attention. Intuition does not always explain itself, but it does not need to become theatrical to be valid. Give yourself time to listen. Allow the first wave of emotion to pass before choosing your response. A still lake reflects the moon more clearly than turbulent water, and a still nervous system can recognize guidance that panic would hide. Many Pleiadian starseeds remain disconnected from their original light because they confuse compassion with unlimited access. They believe that being loving means remaining available to people who repeatedly drain, distort, or betray them. They call it forgiveness when it is actually self-abandonment. They call it patience when it is actually fear of confrontation. They call it understanding when they are quietly explaining away the same behavior that their heart has already recognized. This is one of the deepest forms of soul amnesia, forgetting that unconditional love includes truth, boundaries, and the courage to withdraw from what cannot meet you in honesty. You are not placed on earth to become a shelter for every storm that refuses to move. Compassion is a river, but even a river has banks. Without banks, the water loses its direction and becomes a flood. In the same way, love without boundaries can lose its sacred purpose. You can understand why someone became wounded without allowing them to wound you. You can recognize their history without making their history your destiny. You can pray for their awakening while choosing not to stand in the path of their unhealed behavior. Your Pleiadian essence is not weak because it is gentle. It is powerful because it does not need to become cruel in order to be protected. The Seven Sisters do not ask you to prove your worth to those committed to misunderstanding you. The light codes awakening within your heart are not designed to make you more tolerant of betrayal. They are designed to make you more faithful to the frequency you came here to embody. When that frequency rises, certain connections may feel uncomfortable, not because you are better than anyone, but because the old agreement between you and them can no longer survive in the same form. Sometimes a relationship was built upon your overgiving, your silence, or your willingness to make yourself smaller. When you stop performing that role, the relationship may appear to change suddenly, though the truth is that your new honesty has revealed what was already there. The light does not create every crack in the structure. Sometimes it simply makes the cracks visible. Do not condemn yourself because you can now see what you once could not. Seeing is the beginning of freedom. This is why the people who once benefited from your silence may react when you begin speaking with calm certainty. This is why those who felt powerful when you doubted yourself may suddenly accuse you of changing. You are changing. You are no longer handing your nervous system to every opinion. You are no longer asking people who wounded you to define whether your pain was valid. You are no longer waiting for permission to leave the table where your name is being diminished. You may hear that you are cold when you are simply no longer available for confusion. You may be called selfish when you begin honoring the limits of your energy. You may be told that you have become distant when you are finally learning the difference between distance and protection. Do not let old language imprison new growth. The person who is accustomed to your constant access may interpret your boundary as punishment, but a boundary is not revenge. It is a clear statement of where your responsibility ends and another person's responsibility begins. The first movement of your activation is clearing the veil. This does not mean searching obsessively for hidden enemies. It means clearing the emotional fog that makes you question what your body has already registered. Notice how you feel after certain conversations. Notice whether your energy expands or contracts. Notice whether you are allowed to be honest, or whether you must constantly perform a smaller version of yourself to remain accepted. Your body is not an enemy of your spirituality. It is one of the instruments through which your soul communicates. Pay attention to the moments after the interaction, not only the interaction itself. Do you feel peaceful, even when a difficult truth was spoken? Or do you feel scattered, ashamed, and compelled to explain yourself for hours? A healthy connection may challenge you, but it will not require you to abandon your dignity. A loving person may disagree with you, but they will not need to distort your words in order to gain control. Observe without rushing to label. Let repeated evidence become clearer than a single impression. When your chest tightens around a person, do not immediately declare them harmful. Pause. Breathe. Ask what the sensation is showing you. Is it an old wound being activated, or is it a present pattern asking for attention? This distinction is sacred. Pleiadian consciousness is not impulsive judgment. It is compassionate precision. You can hold space for someone's humanity without granting them unrestricted access to your life. You can wish someone healing and still choose distance. You can release resentment without reopening the door. You can even say, "I need time before I respond," and allow that sentence to be enough. You do not owe immediate access to your thoughts, your home, your finances, your private history, or your emotional labor. Silence can be a pause for wisdom rather than a punishment. Distance can be a form of prayer. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do for an unhealthy dynamic is to stop feeding it with explanations. The second movement is awakening the heart template. Your heart does not awaken by becoming naive again. It awakens by becoming discerning without becoming hardened. There's a difference between closing your heart and placing a loving guardian at its entrance. The crystalline heart is not an open wound. It is a living portal with intelligence. It knows when to receive, when to pause, and when to say no. It understands that love is not measured by how much pain you can endure. Imagine your heart as a temple surrounded by a garden. The gates are not locked against all life. They are tended with wisdom. Some people enter with reverence. Some are invited only to the outer garden. Some are loved from a distance because their presence has repeatedly trampled what you were trying to grow. This does not make the temple unloving. It makes the temple cared for. Your inner world deserves the same stewardship you would offer a sacred place on earth. The rumors, the whispers, the strange shifts in behavior, and the feeling that someone has been warned may all be reflecting a larger threshold in your life. Whether these circumstances are literal, symbolic, or simply the way your intuition is interpreting a pattern, the invitation remains the same. Stop outsourcing your knowing. You do not need to chase every detail. You do not need to interrogate every person. You do not need to force a confession in order to honor what you have learned. Sometimes closure is not someone admitting what they did. Sometimes closure is you refusing to keep negotiating with what the pattern has already revealed. There will be moments when the mind wants a complete map. Who said what, when it began, who believed it, and what will happen next. But the soul may only need one clear direction. Step back. Protect your privacy. Ask a direct question if it is safe and useful. Document what must be documented, then return to your life. Do not allow the investigation of another person's motives to become the center of your existence. Your attention is creative energy. Place it where it can build healing, not where it can endlessly feed uncertainty. The third movement is anchoring your star essence into Gaia. Many sensitive souls want to rise above conflict, but your mission is not to float away from Earth whenever human behavior becomes painful. You came to bring a higher frequency into ordinary moments, into the way you answer a message, the way you protect your time, the way you speak truth without humiliation, and the way you leave situations without creating another wound. This is where your awakening becomes practical. It is not only meditation, symbols, dreams, or synchronicities. It is the moment you choose not to become what hurt you. Feel the ground beneath you. Let the soles of your feet remember that you are here, in this body, in this life, on this living planet. Drink water. Eat something nourishing. Rest before making a major decision. Clean your room, walk beneath the trees, organize your documents, or speak with someone trustworthy. These simple acts are not separate from spiritual work. They are how spirit becomes embodied. A starseed who cannot return to the body may mistake every sensation for a cosmic message, but grounded awareness gives your gifts a stable vessel. Someone may have spoken about you. Someone may have tried to influence how others see you. Someone may have carried information into a conversation that was never theirs to carry. But their actions do not have authority over your identity. Your life is not decided in rooms you are not present in. The frequency of your character is built through what you consistently embody, not through the stories others invent when they cannot control your presence. A false story may travel quickly, but truth has roots. It does not need to sprint through every room because it is planted in the way you live. Continue being honest in places where dishonesty would be easier. Continue treating people with dignity without offering them the power to define you. Continue allowing your actions to become a quiet record of who you are. Those who are meant to understand will notice the difference between performance and character. The fourth movement is activating unity consciousness. Unity does not mean agreement with every person. It means remembering that every encounter is occurring within a larger field of consciousness, while still honoring the unique boundaries of your human experience. You do not have to destroy someone spiritually because they acted dishonestly. You do not have to send revenge into the universe. Let consequence belong to the natural intelligence of life. Your responsibility is to remain clear, not to become the judge of another's soul. Unity, consciousness, is not the erasure of discernment. Even the forest contains many forms of life, yet each living thing has its own boundary. The flower does not become less connected to the soil because it protects itself with thorns. You can recognize the divine spark in another person and still refuse their manipulation. You can believe in the possibility of their growth without volunteering to be harmed while they learn. Sacred unity includes accountability, and accountability is one of the ways love protects the whole field. This is where the final warning may actually be directed toward you. Not as a threat, but as a loving message from your own higher awareness. You have been warned for the final time that returning to the same pattern will cost you the same peace. You have been warned that explaining yourself to people committed to distortion will exhaust the very energy needed for your mission. You have been warned that ignoring your intuition does not make you more spiritual. It only delays the moment when your soul must speak more loudly. Perhaps the warning has appeared through exhaustion, sleepless nights, repeating disappointments, or the same conversation returning in different clothing. Perhaps life has shown you the same lesson through several faces. Do not mistake repetition for punishment. Sometimes repetition is the soul placing a sign directly in your path until you stop walking past it. You are not being condemned for what you did not know. You are being invited to use what you know now. The fifth movement is releasing the need to be believed by everyone. There is a version of you that still wants the whole story to come out so that every person understands who was honest and who was not. That desire is human, but your healing cannot depend on a public verdict. If your peace requires every witness to recognize your innocence, then those witnesses still hold the key to your inner freedom. The Pleiadian path returns the key to you. Let your consistency become your testimony. Let your calm become your answer. Let your refusal to participate in gossip become a boundary stronger than any argument. People who are aligned with truth will eventually recognize it, and those who are invested in misunderstanding you may never be satisfied. You are not here to win a courtroom inside someone else's mind. You are here to live in such integrity that your energy no longer needs to defend itself at every turn. There is a profound freedom in allowing people to hold an incomplete version of you. You know the prayers whispered when no one applauded. You know the nights you survived, the apologies you offered, the temptations you resisted, and the ways you kept choosing kindness while your heart was tired. You do not need to display every sacred page of your journey to people who have already decided not to read with care. Let the hidden work remain holy. The sixth movement is remembering your star family. The longing you feel for a place where hearts do not need to hide is not a sign that you are incapable of living on Earth. It is a memory of coherence. It is your soul remembering what communication feels like when it is not used as a weapon, when vulnerability is not collected as evidence, and when honesty is not punished. That memory is not here to make you reject humanity. It is here to help you become a safe presence within it. When homesickness rises, place it gently beside you rather than allowing it to become despair. You can miss the stars and still love the morning light on Earth. You can remember other realms and still wash the dishes. Care for your body, pay attention to your responsibilities, and build friendships in this world. Your mission is not to escape incarnation. It is to bring remembrance into incarnation so that the peace you long for becomes something you practice and help create. The Pleiadian High Council, as a symbol of your highest collective wisdom, does not ask you to fear the people around you. It asks you to stop abandoning the truth inside you in order to keep false peace outside you. You are surrounded by more support than your physical eyes can measure. Loving friends, aligned communities, quiet synchronicities, restorative spaces, and the steady intelligence of your own heart. Your star family connection often becomes clearest when you stop demanding dramatic signs and begin noticing the simple moments of guidance. The sudden clarity, the peaceful no, the message that arrives at the right time, the strength to walk away without hatred. A bird landing near your window may be beautiful, but guidance may also arrive as the courage to cancel an obligation, the wisdom to ask for help, or the unexpected relief that follows a truthful decision. Not every sign must be decoded. Some blessings are meant to be received rather than analyzed. Let the ordinary become luminous. The cup of tea, the honest conversation, the sunlight across the floor, and the first deep breath after releasing someone's opinion can all become points of reconnection. The seventh movement is embodiment. This is the moment you understand that your mission is not to expose everyone who has spoken against you. Your mission is to become unavailable for the frequency of betrayal while remaining available for love. You are a bridge between worlds when you show that strength can be gentle, that boundaries can be clean, and that truth does not need cruelty to be powerful. Embodiment means that your spiritual language and your daily choices begin to agree. You say you value peace and you stop returning to arguments that only consume you. You say you value truth and you stop telling yourself comforting lies about what a pattern means. You say you value love, and you include yourself in the circle of compassion. The frequency becomes real when it can be felt in your schedule, your friendships, your finances, your communication, and the way you speak to yourself when no one else is listening. You may lose access to certain conversations. You may stop receiving invitations into spaces that once fed on your attention. You may discover that some people only valued you when you were confused, forgiving without limits, or easy to manipulate. Let that information clarify your path. A door closing is not always rejection. Sometimes it is energetic protection. Sometimes it is the universe removing a distraction before your next assignment becomes visible. Sometimes the person who was warned for the final time was not warned about you at all. They were warned by life that they could no longer continue treating your presence as something they could misuse without consequence. Grieve what must be grieved, but do not confuse grief with a sign that you made the wrong choice. Even a necessary departure can ache. A seed must separate from the fruit that held it before it can enter the soil. You may miss the potential of a relationship, the memories, or the version of someone you hoped they would become. Honor that tenderness without returning to the conditions that harmed you. Your heart can mourn and still move forward. Do not chase the consequence. Do not celebrate another person's discomfort. Do not let the temptation to be proven right become a new chain around your heart. If justice is unfolding, let it unfold without your interference. If the situation was misunderstood, let clarity emerge through grounded communication and observable facts. Protect yourself in practical ways. Save important messages. Speak to trusted people. Seek professional or legal support if there is a real threat, harassment, or danger. Spiritual discernment and practical wisdom belong together. Your light does not require you to ignore the physical world. A prayer is not a substitute for a safety plan. Forgiveness is not a reason to remain in danger. Trusting the universe does not mean refusing wise assistance. If you are being threatened, stalked, abused, or persistently harassed, reach out to appropriate local services and people who can help protect you. Your body is sacred, your home is sacred, and your right to safety is sacred. The higher path is not passive, it is clear, grounded, and willing to take responsible action. And if you feel afraid, return to the present moment. Look around the room, feel your feet, name what you can see. Take a slow breath and remind yourself that a thought, a dream, or an intuitive impression is not automatically a prediction. You are allowed to pause before assigning meaning. You are allowed to ask for evidence. You are allowed to choose safety over drama. The deepest spiritual protection is not panic, it is presence. Say to yourself, in this moment I am here. In this moment I can choose my next wise step. You do not have to solve the entire future tonight. You do not have to understand every hidden movement before you sleep. Let the next breath be enough. Let tomorrow bring information that today cannot yet reveal. The soul often speaks in steps, not in complete blueprints. Here's the revelation your heart has been approaching. The people who dug into your life did not discover your weakness. They revealed the places where you were still waiting for external approval to feel secure. Their behavior may have hurt you, but it also illuminated the boundary you were born to establish. What they attempted to use against you can become the place where your self-trust is restored. What they whispered can become the silence from which your next chapter emerges. What frightened you can become the moment you finally stop betraying your own knowing. The wound may have opened a doorway, but you decide what grows beyond it. You can fill that space with vigilance, or you can fill it with wisdom. You can use the experience to build walls around your entire heart, or you can build a gate with discernment. You can let betrayal convince you that no one is safe, or you can let it teach you to recognize the people who are. Healing does not erase what happened. It changes the authority that memory holds over your future. You are not being asked to fight every shadow. You are being asked to stop dimming your light so shadows feel comfortable near you. You are not being asked to become untouchable. You are being asked to become rooted. You are not being asked to prove that you are a starseed, a healer, or a messenger from the Seven Sisters. You are being asked to embody the qualities your heart already recognizes: honesty, compassion, discernment, courage, and love with boundaries. Place your hand over your heart tonight and speak slowly. I release the need to chase hidden motives. I trust myself to recognize truth with clarity. I protect my peace without hatred. I forgive myself for the times I ignored my inner knowing. I choose relationships that honor honesty, reciprocity, and love. I am grounded on Gaia, connected to my highest wisdom, and supported as I return to alignment. Feel the words move through your body. The activation is not in the sentence alone, it is in the decision behind it. The decision to stop explaining your worth. The decision to stop confusing chaos with connection. The decision to let your life become too truthful for manipulation to remain comfortable within it. Your star family is not calling you into paranoia. They are calling you into sovereignty. They are not telling you to fear people. They are reminding you to remember yourself. And when you remember yourself, you become difficult to recruit into gossip, difficult to control through guilt, and difficult to separate from the love that is guiding you home. The final warning is complete when you no longer need another warning. It is complete when your own heart becomes the place where truth is heard first. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of the unity grid forming here. Drop one heart intention in the comments, something real. Then respond to someone else's with love or encouragement. This isn't content, it's collective Pleiadian reunion. Energy multiplies when hearts connect. If something in this message resonated with your soul, don't keep it to yourself. Someone in your orbit is waiting for this exact activation from their star family. Share it, and if you felt your heart open, subscribe. Stay connected to the frequency. You're not just watching, you're remembering. This is your sacred space. Your Pleiadian family is here, and we're just getting started.